Hi guys, this is Emmett again. The Alpha Builder. Man, I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to turn gray now. Everything is gray now. That's the reason I'm sitting here with this piece of wood, because I'm gonna have to knock on it. Guys, in all my years of building, I've been at this thing over 20. Guys, I think I'm pushing 25 years now. But guys, I have never been sued. However, I've sued somebody. So, knock on wood. Knock on wood, because I don't intend to be sued. I know people just sue you for anything nowadays, but I don't want to be sued. But the reason I'm talking about lawsuits, guys, is because the only lawsuit that I've ever had that I've had to sue somebody, it had, in my opinion, it had something to do with my decorator. Okay? Man, how did that happen, guys? I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So on my houses, guys, and I'm sitting on this thing right here, and in most of my houses, guys, back during that time, I would always set up budget items for foundation, framing package, and things like that. So I would have budgets for every last one of those categories. Then I'd also have budget for decorating items. Decorating items like your tile selection, your light fixtures, your plumbing fixtures, etc. Right? But I also, and you can write it up in your contract, man. As long as you write it up right, you don't want to call them decorating items. You might want to call them allowance items or budget items. And then you need to make sure that if you go over those items, you have to do change orders, etc. And guys, I think in my case, well, no, I don't think, but I know in my case, I had a situation where I had a customer that we had that set up, and I give them a sheet of every last one of the budget items. And typically, as if you know anything about building, you have what they call a bank draw. And the lending institution who's loaning them the money to build their house, they make deposits directly into my bank account. But the way it works is when you get to a certain point, or you get to a certain point, you request a draw. The homeowner has to approve that draw, and then they put it into your account after approval is done by everybody. So that's how it works. And they also have an inspector to come in and inspect as well. Well, in this particular house, guys, the homeowner, in their particular case, the foundation went over. Now, the way this budget thing works, guys, if you go over, they pay the difference. If they go under, they get to keep it. They can put it somewhere else they want to put it. But in their case, the foundation went over. And I'm gonna get to the decorating in just a second, guys. I know. I got to give you guys the backup story first. But and they, on the foundation, they went over. Let's just say they went over $7,000 on the foundation. And then when we got to the framing, they went over again because they wanted some coffered ceilings, and they just wanted a lot of little things going on in there, and just things that were going on. So they went over on that. Let's just say, $7,000. Let's just say they went over $3,000 on that. Well, that's $10,000. That typically, really, as a builder, guys, what you want to do is you don't want to keep moving through that job until you get paid, or let them pay the difference. They need to pay that difference before you keep moving, because this is what trouble with probably 90% of builders. When you do this right here, man, it's going to end in failure. But I just kept trying to go because I didn't want them to have to stroke me a check out for $10,000. So I said, hey, I tell you what, we'll see if you guys can make up on this right here on some of your other decorating items. Let's say you guys go under on the tile, or you guys go under on the light fixtures, or you guys go under on the plumbing fixtures. And then if you can go under on all those items, you can recoup that money to pay that $10,000. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this thing moving, guys. I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't want you guys to have to pull your checkbook out right now. We're gonna try to keep this thing moving, let the bank keep paying the draws, and then we'll get compensated on the back end if you guys go under on those decorating items. You guys see how this decorating is getting in now? Well, Guys, on every last one of the decorating items. So we $10,000 in the hole. Then when I sent them to the decorator, somehow the decorator, and I had to talk to my decorator. And guys, I still use the same decorator now. We just had to have a talk and we had to get on the same page. Well, what the decorator would do is put things in front of their face that was outside of their budget. And every last one of those decorating items, they went over. They didn't just go over, man, like cabinets, all those things, man, they might have went over on everything, So now the problem is, you still owe me $10,000. And then the decorating stuff that went over because the decorator put items in there that was not just in their budget, but outside of their budget. And this is where the problem began. So now we get all the way down toward the end of the house. We done pushed the can down the road. We done kicked it down the road long enough to the point that we almost at the end. This right here, we got to get this $10,000. We got to recoup this $10,000. They didn't want to pay it. It's like, no, and the problem is they come back and they look at me and they say, well, the stuff that you gave us in the budget, it just wasn't enough. You put $4,000 in the lighting budget. Can't nobody get no lights for $4,000. Well, and that's because the decorator had convinced them that it can't be done, because the decorator had put something in their face that they couldn't afford. Now, here's another thing, guys. What you guys got to understand is that most decorators are going to have a relationship with a lot of these vendors. They're going to have a relationship with lighting companies, cabinet companies, mainly flooring companies is where you're going to see most of them at. For the flooring, the flooring. Now they'll provide you decorating for free or whatever, but they're gonna have all these companies on their hip, and they're gonna put, the plumbing, electrical, what else they're gonna have? So they're gonna have some of them may even have windows, doors and windows, front doors and windows. The decorator is gonna be sending that customer to all of these different vendors. And every time they send you to a different vendor, that decorator gets a commission from those vendors. So typically what they're gonna do is they're gonna guide you to their people so that they can get a commission. And guys, the more you buy, the more they get. There is no incentive with the decorators in most cases to get you in your budget. This is where we had to disconnect with my decorator. Now, she's still my decorator today, but we have boundaries. I even advise her when I send her a new customer, I say, hey, this is where our allowance is. Don't show them anything outside of this budget. And she doesn't do it. Now, now the homeowner come back and say, well, hey, I didn't see anything I like. Well, now we can probably entertain some other things, guys. But what ended up happening is that those guys got outside of their budget, and then they point the fingers at me and say, hey, you didn't give us enough, you didn't put enough in that budget to do this right here. Let me tell you guys a secret. It's not really a secret. I just did it on my house. Guys, I don't have a problem with Amazon. Amazon and Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that is a game changer. Now on your plumbing stuff, guys, there is the internal mechanism are different, but they should at least last a year or 2 years, sometime for the rest of the house, especially if the water pressure and stuff is right on the house. And light fixtures, it don't really matter at all. Guys, Amazon is a game changer. I had to give it to them. We don't have to deal with these box stores and stuff and these suppliers that's triple the cost. We don't have to deal with those guys anymore. And so, and this is how I end up having to, because the people didn't want to pay at the end. It's like, no, man, we don't want to pay you. And it was because they had went over the budget on the first two items. We tried to reel it back in, but we couldn't reel it back in because every time the decorator showed them something, they was just way over budget. And to their defense, guys, to their defense, if I was just going through a house and every time somebody showed me something, we just never seemed like we had enough money to go purchase that stuff, then I'm gonna be looking at the guy, why you ain't put enough in here? So that's what was happening. So it was pushing this thing back on me as the builder. So we got to be careful with that, guys. And now here's the thing, guys. I actually think you need decorators. I wouldn't build a nice home, say for instance like this right here. I wouldn't build a house like that, man, unless that homeowner was working with the professional decorator, pulling everything together. Guys, they're worth their weight in gold. But there has to be good communication with that builder and that decorator, and they got to be on the same page. Because if they don't, man, and that homeowner get cross with the builder because they feel like the builder didn't give them enough money and stuff like that, it'll really make the whole project go bad. And it can go bad. And once again, guys, I'm gonna knock on my wood because I don't want that to happen. I don't want to ever have to sue anybody again, and I don't want nobody suing me. Knock on wood again. Once again, guys, you guys like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, man. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is the way.